Are you a new player, a returning player, or do you simply want to know what the best traps are? Well, you've come to the right place. Here is the top 10 traps in Fortnite Save the World. Firstly, at number 10, we have the wall Dynamo. It also has another version of it called the Zappomax. This version is simply just a reskin of it, and they have the exact same stats. But you can't get the Zappomax anymore. They have great synergy with wall darts because you can edit the wall that they're placed on so it's a low one, and then have wall darts behind it so you get double the damage, and they're just great for really high burst damage. And for the perks, I would recommend energy, crit rating, crit damage, 1 damage, and then reload speed. For that 6th perk, I would recommend heals attached building. Next up, at number 9, we have the floor freeze trap. This one by itself may not be so useful, but when it's paired with literally any other trap, it absolutely carries. This is one of the must-haves. I see everyone use this all the time, especially with the ceiling tire drop trap, or just really any trap in general. It's good. What it does, if you couldn't tell by the name, is freeze any husks that are on it, and here's the best part. It doesn't just freeze them, you do extra damage against any frozen husks for as long as they're frozen. And it's a pretty decent amount. For the perks, I would recommend you to like and subscribe. But for the actual perks for the floor freeze trap, I would recommend 2 reload speeds, everything else just be durability. And for its 6th perk, do effect duration because you want those husks to be as frozen as possible. And I want you to become a channel member if you can. You get a bunch of exclusive perks that only channel members can get. Number 8, we have the most unique trap, in my opinion, the anti-air trap. Now, why is this the most unique trap? It is the only way to deal with the lobbers and the flingers. Basically, you place it on the floor. Usually you want to place this on top of your build. Like if you have tunnels, place it on top of your tunnels. If you have just a box, place it on top of the box. And this is basically a must-have. This is a mandatory trap because those flingers, when they throw their skulls, this is the only thing that can actually stop the flingers from damaging your building. It won't eliminate the flingers, but it'll definitely stop them from doing anything. No other trap can do this, by the way. Just like how there is no other way to watch the exclusive shorts and videos if you become a channel member. Alright, that's the last time I'm mentioning it in this video. For the perks, I would recommend either really anything for the element. It's the anti-air trap. I don't know what you'd gain, but if you have the option, pick energy. That's with most traps, actually. And do 2 range, 2 reload speed, and 1 durability. For the 6th perk, do heals attached building. You notice with most of these traps, the 6th perk is just heals attached building. Just like how most of you aren't subscribed. Number 7, the sound wall. It's similar to the anti-air trap in the way that it is the only way to deal with a specific type of husks. Instead of the lobbers, this time it is the propane husks. When a propane husk is blasted by this trap, it will drop the propane tank it has, so it just becomes one of the bulky fat husks instead. This one's a pretty simple trap. It's sort of like the freeze trap, but for walls. And whenever a husk is blasted with it, that husk starts dancing. I know, it's basically a boogie bomb, but as a trap. For the perks, this one is actually quite simple. Do 1 reload speed, and then everything else just be durability. But if you're doing something like a tunnel, and you want to place a bunch of them in a tunnel, I would recommend, if you have the resources, to use different schematics with different reload speeds so they don't all shoot at the same time, because the effect doesn't stack. Number 6 is the broadsides. When someone says traps in Fortnite Save the World, this is instantly what pops up in my mind. It is very iconic to me. Now, what the broadside does is it shoots cannonballs when a husk gets in a 1 tile range of it. But what most new players miss, and what some moderately new players miss as well, is the fact that these cannonballs need to be facing a wall 1 to 2 tiles away. I would recommend 1, but 2 works as well. Why? Because that's how it's played. The cannonballs it shoots actually have physics. They can bounce off of the other wall. Instead, if you don't have a wall near it in a 1 to 2 tile range, this will shoot and do literally nothing because it has nothing to bounce off of. Whenever it hits a husk, it'll bounce off the wall, hit the husk again, then bounce off the wall, then hit the husk again, which means it absolutely shreds. Sadly, the broadside is locked to physical, but for the other perks, I would recommend crit rating, crit damage, reload speed, and heals attached building, or you could do increased health for attached building. Either one is actually fine in this scenario. 5th place is the wall darts. It is an incredibly versatile trap. Now, why is it an incredibly versatile trap? Because it has a 3 tile range and it can shoot through stairs, ramps, and edited walls. As I mentioned before, it goes well with the wall dynamo, but it also goes well with any other traps that take advantage of the fact that they're able to be placed on edited walls. Because say you have the wall dynamo and it's edited to only be a 3 wide, that short edit you can do to it, the wall dynamo still gets placed, and behind it you have the dart trap, and they both get activated at the same time, doing a combo attack essentially. For the perks of the wall darts, I would recommend crit rating, crit damage, reload speed, and for that 6th perk, heals attached building, or you could do increased health. It doesn't really matter. Between the two, that is. Don't pick any other ones. Number 4, the tar pit trap. Primary job for most players is to just stop smashers. It is incredibly good at stopping charging smashers. But every time a husk steps on it, it consumes 1 durability of the trap. This trap is the most efficient way to stop smashers compared to any other trap, as it literally just stops them in the place while they're charging in, simply because of how the trap works and how it just has limited durability to begin with. I would recommend putting all of the perks to durability, and for the 6th perk, heals attached building, as its main function here is to stop charging smashers. It doesn't need the other perks. 3rd place is the ceiling electric field. I would honestly say this is interchangeable. It could be 2nd place, it could be 3rd place, but I've just put it here for the sake of it. It is an excellent AoE trap. You can place it up to 2 tiles high, and it'll shock anything below it in a 3x3 range. So it's got incredible range and incredible height. This is a trap I myself use a lot. It was just my main trap. I would plop down if I needed something on the ceiling. It is also a big carry in trap tunnels, and the fact it can be placed 2 tiles high means those propane husks aren't gonna blow up your trap. For the perks, I would recommend energy, crit rating, crit damage, reload speed, and for the 6th perk, once again, heals attached building like the other ones. Overall, if you need a ceiling trap, just a general purpose ceiling trap, this is great, this is good, use this. Believe it or not, at 2nd place is the wall launcher. What the wall launcher does, and its only purpose actually, is to launch husks. As you can see here, they get launched off, and when they fall off the map, they just instantly die. They don't come back. On the surface, sure, it's a decent trap, but it might seem a bit gimmicky if you needed to be against a cliff to really do anything. But what it really shines in is trap tunnels. Say a husk goes through your trap tunnel, and all of your traps have done all they can. Now here comes the wall launcher, and it launches back the husk to the beginning of the trap tunnel if it's not dead already, so it can get beamed by all of those traps again. And of course, if you have a mission and it's on a cliff, it is also just really good for launching things on the cliff, especially miss monsters, because, well, why waste all your ammo when you can just launch them off the map? It's essentially a assist trap, but it's an incredibly crucial assist trap. For the perks, I would recommend 3 impact and then 2 reload speed. For the 6th perk, once again, heals attached building. First place, you got 5 seconds to guess what it is. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. It is the ceiling drop trap. It's best placed 2 to 3 tiles high. Usually you want to place them over ramps or stairs, because the gimmick of this is similar to the broadsides, where when it drops the tires will bounce off of whatever they hit and continue going down and dealing damage. So if you place them over ramps or stairs, the tires will bounce, they'll roll down, and then they'll hit the husks a bunch of times. It's also very useful for other cases, but this is just one of its main use cases. This is another go-to ceiling trap for me. I use this all the time after I discovered what it was at the ripe year of 2019. I know it took me a while to actually discover this. For the perks, I would recommend crit rating, crit damage, reload speed, and of course, for the 6th perk, heals attached building. Or you could do increased health. But that's not it. We have 2 honorable mentions because you pressed the like and subscribe button and hyped this video. The rare wood spikes. You're probably wondering, well, why is it rare? That's on purpose. It obviously costs fewer resources to craft if it's rare. And this is purely used for that 30% slowdown effect. No one uses this for its damage for this specific strat, the rare. And I would recommend for the perks, everything durability. Essentially, this thing will slow down any husks that are walking on it by 30%. And second honorable mention is the fire trap. No, I'm kidding. That thing sucks. Don't ever use it in your life. This is the end of the video now. Thanks for watching. If you become a channel member, your username will appear here at the end of the video. Seems no one is yet though.